Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross, and as always, told out of Voice Radio, and today I am very happy and very sad. You see, I'm happy because we've got some new magazine promos, and long-time viewers of this channel will know I am an absolute sucker for magazine promos. And also happy because a new character rare has been revealed, but I'm very sad because there is absolutely no way I will ever get these new magazine promos, and that makes me very, very sad indeed. Never mind. So starting off then, we've got a new Pikachu V and a new Eevee V, or do we? You see, the lovely Poké Guardian told us back in June, and I didn't cover this at the time, for which I can only apologise, but this was over on the official Pokemon channel, or website. And essentially, there was a Korokoro, which is a monthly magazine I'm a huge fan of. There was a competition. Although, actually, I need to be super clear. It wasn't Korokoro magazine. It was Korokoro comic. Korokoro magazine is one that I buy every month, and I'm learning Japanese, and one day I'm going to be able to read it, and it's going to be amazing. Korokoro comic is the one that I'm not. But either way, there was a competition. And that competition, basically, and we're Google translating here, so, pinch of salt. But essentially, you thought of an ideal Pokemon combination you want to play an active part in the Pokemon card, and you drew 2 illustrations and the combination name on the special application postcard attached to the July issue, and winners would be presented with a King of Combi special construction deck, a 60 card special construction deck, and a wonderful Pokemon card product will be presented by lottery. And that was it. And it said this is why we didn't cover it at the time, because we didn't really know exactly what was going on. We didn't, it was just a competition for people in Japan to enter. But we didn't have any information about what was going to be presented by lottery, etc. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we totally do. Because those new Pikachu and Eevee V cards, yeah. Does anybody think they might be the wonderful card product that will be presented by lottery? And this is the part where I get extremely sad. Because unfortunately, as much as I like buying Korokoro to go and get promo cards, incidentally, the most recent one was an Oricorio, and it was Oricorio given out in Korokoro magazine, so it was a Korokoro Oricorio, which I find endlessly amusing. I'm not going to win this. I might see if I can try and find a way to enter, but unfortunately, I'm not feeling particularly confident that I'm going to end up winning. So I'm going to miss out, and that's really sad, but these are very cool cards. Now, we can actually see on here, one thing that is genuinely amazing is what they've done is they've shown the winning entries with little arrows to the finished cards. So what they've actually gone and done is they've gone and gotten a professional artist to redraw them in a proper Pokemon card style based on the original sketches. How cool is that, ladies and gentlemen? How cool is that? The answer is extremely cool. Proper job, hyper, over the top, crazy cool. And they both do have the Korokoro stamp on them. Pikachu there on the left and Eevee there on the right. And this is what I want them for. Because even when they get released over here, one that I missed, unfortunately, and that makes me very sad. Maybe one day I'll see if I can go back. But the Ice Cube promo, which was a Korokoro promo, and it was stamped, and we got it in the free pack blisters for Evolving Skies. We generally tend to get Korokoro promos as blister promos over here. It's not always the case. So there was the Indeedee that was just in Shining Fates. That did start its life as a Korokoro stamped promo, but generally speaking, that's the way we tend to get them. We don't get them with the stamps. And I know it's kind of lame, and I'm sorry, but I cannot be the only one that loves these Japanese cards with a cool stamp, so we don't get them stamped over here. But they're going to be released by a lottery. Now, I believe it's not actually this issue of Korokoro which is telling you how to win. It's going to be next month. So, yeah. And actually, the lovely Antoine Boulet has confirmed they'll announce the distribution method in the next issue. I'll be picking up every issue as I tend to do. It's a great magazine. But it makes me very, very sad that I will probably never get these cards. I've just started a Korokoro collection, or at least a modern collection, and they're like, oh, hey, we'll see. How you doing? You're not having these cards, which is extremely sad. Now, of course, we need to then ask ourselves the question of, hang on a second, we'll see, are these new cards? Yes. Yes, they are new cards. Now, our translations come from the lovely Alpha Tyrant TCG. Now, just to be clear, right, neither of them are particularly amazing, but Eevee's got 200 HP, which is more than the other Eevee has. The only Eevee V we've got so far has 190, so that's quite cool. And then we got single energy, 30 damage, free energy, 80 damage, 160 to a Pokemon V, which is annoying because, of course, Crobat and Pikachu both have 180, and they're the ones you would be going for as, you know, your low HP Pokemon V, and it's actually super annoying because being a colourless Pokemon, you're not hitting anything for weakness. You can use powerful colourless energy to do a little bit more and get up to 180, but it's actually better than the alternative. I like this more than the existing Eevee V. Oh, no, but the existing Eevee V lets you draw 3 cards for 1 energy. Oh, I do kind of like that. Oh, this one's awkward, ladies and gentlemen. This one is extremely awkward. Either way, this is not a terrible card. And, of course, we have to get this. It's a new, mechanically unique card. We will never have it with the Korokoro stamp. And maybe we'll get it alternate art. But we have to have this card at some point because it is new. As for the Pikachu, I mean, look. We don't need as many Pikachu V as we've got. We have an absurd amount of different Pikachu V at this stage. By my calculation, this is the 6th different Pikachu V that we've seen. That is ridiculous. We don't need 6 different Pikachu V. Is it any good? I mean, 200 HP is nice. We've only got one other 200 HP Pikachu V, and that is actually the one from Fusion Strike, which has terrible attacks. But as I said to someone I was chatting to on Twitter the other day, unfortunately, 200 to 210, that's a difference. 190 to 200, not really. Anything dropping 2 damage counters like Inteleon doesn't need an extra ability. Anything hitting for weakness will do essentially the same to 190 as they do to 200. So going from 190 to 200 really isn't terribly relevant, unfortunately. So we're left with the attacks. And free energy, 200 can't attack next turn. It's not really good enough, unfortunately. It's just not. You know, you need to do 220. I would rather have the Pikachu V that came in Celebrations. Although remember that is only available as a promo. And that's free energy 210. And sure, you do 30 to yourself and you have 10 less HP to start with. That's sad. But you're doing 210, and there are a lot of Pokemon V out there with 210, which I think is slightly more relevant. Plus, we've already got a Pikachu V that can do 200. That's the one that came around in Vivid Voltage. And, okay, fine, it's got 10 less HP, but like we said, it doesn't really matter. You discard all energy, but you can attack next turn, and you can search for 2 energy and attach it. So maybe that's not better, but it's not a huge amount worse. And my point here is there's nothing particularly special here. There is an argument that the Eevee is a little bit better, but I don't think it's better to the point of, oh my goodness, I'm loving it. And the Pikachu is arguably a little bit better, but not to the point of, oh my goodness, I'm loving it. They're both fine. But are they good enough? And I honestly don't know if the answer is yes. But I honestly don't know if that really matters. Because the fact of the matter is, this is amazing. And it's really cool that these are actually coming. The fact that these exist at all is wonderful. They're coming as Korokoro promos despite being competition winners, and then they've got new attacks, and it's a very weird thing, okay? But it's actually extremely cool, and I am a huge fan of both of them. Yay! But we've also got a new character rare to talk about. And it's a pretty gosh darn exciting one, about which many of you should be pretty gosh darn excited. It's Houndoom. Yeah. the really good Houndoom, the one that is seeing a huge amount of play all over the place. Houndoom is here. And I suppose this is a moment where I say, oh, who could recognise who he's with? It's Grimsley. Grimsley, your black and white Elite Four member. Trains Darkness type Pokemon. This is a Darkness type Pokemon. Sounds like fun to me. So obviously we've got the ability Single Strike Raw lets you search for a Single Strike energy and attach it to one of your Single Strike Pokemon. We've seen this before. It is a phenomenal card. An absolute flat out crazy over the top phenomenal card that is seeing a huge amount of play. It is the reason why Single Strike decks are among the best in the entire format right now. Because it's just a broken ability. It's absolutely brilliant. Don't forget the Single Strike energy allows you to do an extra 20 damage. And sure, you got to take damage counters when you attach with Houndoom, but it's really not a huge problem. And there are ways to take advantage of it in Single Strike decks. It is just redonkulous, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely redonkulous. Grimsley is not one of the more popular gym leaders or Elite Four members, call it what you will. I think that's a fair comment to make. But I don't really care, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really care. Because this is going to be a popular card. Because it is the best, coolest version of one of the best cards in the game. Although it is worth pointing out, we did get a gold version of Houndoom in Battle Styles when Houndoom came out. Personally, I'd take this character rare over the gold one any day, but for some people at least there is going to be some competition. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Lots to get excited about. New Pokemon V, and they're actually new Pokemon V, and we got a new character rare. Lots of things to be pretty gosh darned excited about. But now it's over to you guys. I want to know what you think about this. I want to know which of these cards you're excited about. I want to know basically anything you want to tell me. So go nuts in the comment section, would ya? But be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWazzy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.